Transcending Adversity, Coco Gauff's unforgettable viral victory that changed everything. Some victories are earned through sweat, determination, and hard work. Others, very few, are carved from something deeper, something forged in adversity, sharpened by pain, and made immortal by resilience. Coco Gauff's viral victory, the one the world still can't stop talking about, belongs to the second category. It wasn't just a win. It wasn't just another moment in her blossoming career. It was a transformation, a rebirth, a defining eruption of courage that altered the trajectory of her life and the lives of countless people who watched her. This is the story of that unforgettable triumph, a match where adversity did not break Coco Gauff. It lifted her higher than ever before. The storm before the glory. Every iconic story begins not with triumph, but with tension. Hours before the match that would go viral, Coco sat quietly in the locker room, her hands clasped tightly, her breathing uneven. The noise of the stadium outside was loud as thunder, but inside her heart, a different kind of storm raged. For weeks leading up to the tournament, Coco had battled nagging injuries, draining pressure, the weight of public expectations, loneliness from constant travel, and emotional fatigue she tried to hide even from herself. And then came the criticism. Analysts questioned her form. Fans worried she'd peaked too early. Commentators dissected her game with clinical coldness. Headlines called her brilliant but inconsistent. Social media murmured doubts. None of them understood what she was holding inside. None of them saw the tears she hid after practice. None of them saw the self-doubt creeping in. But Coco saw it. She felt it. She carried it. And on the morning of the match, she whispered to herself in the mirror, "This is going to be the day that decides who I am." She had no idea how true those words would become. The match that felt like a mountain. Her opponent entered the arena with the calm confidence of a seasoned warrior, sharp, hungry, ready to dismantle anything in her path. The first set was brutal. Coco's timing was off. Her movements were slow. Her focus slipped. Everything she feared before the match seemed to be coming true. Unforced errors piled up. Her opponent's shots cut through the court like blades. Commentators started speculating. Is Coco Gauff crumbling under pressure? The scoreboard became a reflection of Coco's inner turmoil. 3-0-4 to 1-5-2. The crowd watched anxiously. But Coco wasn't defeated. Not yet. Her eyes were tired, but her spirit was quietly searching for a spark. And then it came. The point that changed everything. At 5-2, 30-15, her opponent delivered a ruthless, screaming forehand cross-court, one that should have ended the point. But Coco didn't give up. She sprinted, faster than she had all match, her shoes ripping across the court. Her feet slid, her body stretched, her arm extended in desperation. And just as the ball was about to bounce twice, Coco scooped it back with an impossible, physics-defying flick. The ball flew past her opponent, past the baseline, past reason, into the line. The stadium erupted. Fans jumped out of their seats. Even her opponent froze in disbelief. Coco stared at her own racket as if asking, "How did I do that?" That moment became the first viral clip. Millions shared it. Millions replayed it. Millions felt something shift. And so did Coco. Her heart steadied. Her breath deepened. Her fire returned. She clenched her fist and whispered, "I'm still here." And with that, everything changed. The comeback that became legend. What happened next felt like destiny. Coco's energy surged. Her footwork sharpened. Her shots grew deeper, heavier, more precise. She no longer played with fear. She played with purpose. 5-3, 5-4, 5-5. The crowd roared as though witnessing a miracle. Her opponent, once dominant, now looked rattled, unable to keep up with this rising storm of determination. Coco took the first set in a tiebreak, smashing a forehand winner. So fierce the entire arena felt the vibration. But the comeback was only part of what made this match unforgettable. The real story was the transformation, the emotional shift from pressure to purpose. In the second set, Coco played not as someone fighting to prove herself, but as someone who finally remembered who she was. Her movements regained rhythm. Her serve regained strength. Her mind found clarity. She was not just Coco, the rising star. She was Coco, the fighter. Coco, the believer. Coco, the girl who dreamed with all her heart and played with even more of it. Her vulnerability had birthed her strength. Her tears had cleansed her fear. Her adversity had become her weapon. She raced to a dominant lead. 3-1-4 to 2-5-2. The energy felt electric. Fans sensed victory approaching. But what they didn't know was that something far more powerful was brewing within Coco. Match point, where everything changed. At 5-2, 40-30, the stadium fell into absolute silence. Coco stood at the baseline, bouncing the ball gently, not trembling, not nervous. Calm, clear, centered. She tossed the ball, swung her racket, and sent a lightning-fast serve down the tee. Her opponent barely touched it. The return floated wide. And just like that, Coco Gauff had won. But the victory wasn't what made the world freeze. It was what happened next. The tears that became a global moment. Coco dropped her racket. Her chest rose and fell rapidly. Her hands covered her face. And then the tears came. But these weren't tears of relief. The ripple effect, how one match changed everything. The match did more than give Coco a trophy. It redefined her. After that viral moment, she inspired millions battling mental pressure. She became a symbol of resilience and honesty. Brands championed her authenticity. Young athletes saw her as a new kind of role model. Fans connected with her more deeply than ever. Analysts recognized her emotional maturity. Her confidence skyrocketed. Her game evolved with new fire. But most importantly, Coco understood something she had struggled with for years. She didn't need to be perfect to be powerful. She just needed to be real. And that realization changed everything. What Coco taught the world. Coco Gauff's unforgettable viral victory was not just a sports moment. It was a human moment. She proved, white heavy checkmark adversity doesn't define you. It refines you. White heavy checkmark fear doesn't weaken you. It awakens you. White heavy checkmark tears don't show defeat. They reveal courage. White heavy checkmark pressure doesn't break you. It shapes your strength. White heavy checkmark, you can rise even when the world doubts you. Her journey reminded millions that true greatness isn't built in easy moments. It's built when everything falls apart, and you rise anyway. Conclusion: the victory that will be remembered forever. Coco Gauff's viral triumph wasn't just a chapter in her career. It was a turning point, a rebirth, a lesson, a statement. It showed the world the strength behind her smile, the fire behind her talent, the heart behind her victories, and the humanity behind her tears. Coco did not just transcend adversity. She transformed it into her greatest superpower. And from that moment forward, one truth echoed louder than ever. Coco Gauff is not just a tennis champion. She is a symbol of resilience, a beacon of courage, and a force destined for greatness. Her journey continues. Her legacy grows. Her fire burns brighter than ever. And the world will be watching. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.